Hello, everybody. Welcome to our last ELA lesson of the entire third grade. You guys made it. All of us are so proud of you guys. And even though we're really sad that it's over, we're just really proud that you guys have continued to log on and continue to do everything that you can to make your brains stronger and prepare yourself more for when you go to fourth grade next year. So on behalf of me, Miss Quintero, and all the other teachers in third grade, we're really proud of you guys. So let's make sure we finish strong. Make sure you guys really pay attention to this lesson and do your best on the exit ticket and continue to do the rest of your work for the rest of the week. So we can celebrate on Friday because all of us are so proud of you guys. Okay, so today we're going to be reading a really fun story. So hopefully you tuned into the live lesson because it was way more fun during the live lesson because all of the teachers were participating. For the recorded lesson, poor Miss Quintero is just going to have to play the parts of all the characters because this is a play. So I'm going to have to read all the parts of all the characters. So you're really going to have to be following along in order to pay attention because I don't know how many voices I can do. But the play we're going to be reading today is Martina the Cockroach. Okay? And our standard that we're focusing on is I can ask and answer questions using evidence from the text. All right, so we know at this point that great readers ask questions before we read, while they're reading, and after they're reading to help understand what they're reading, to help understand the text. And great readers use their brain to answer the questions, of course, but more importantly, great readers use the text evidence and what they just read to answer the questions. So even though we're all really smart here, nobody can remember every single detail of every single story that we read. So we need to go back and find evidence, find proof from the passage when we're answering questions. Okay, so we're going to do a quick vocabulary slideshow so we can go over some words that we're going to be hearing during the play today. Okay. So we're just going to give it a second to load. I'm really excited about today's story. I don't really like cockroaches that much, but maybe you guys do. But this is a really fun story, even if you don't like cockroaches, because I think cockroaches are kind of yucky, but this is still a fun story. Okay, so our first word that we're going to go over is suitors. Suitors. So suitors are people who wish to marry a particular person. So right here in this picture, we have this girl, and all of these people that are standing in line want to marry her. So they're bringing her gifts and they're bringing her presents. It looks like this person has some sort of food. He has a plant. Look, he's bringing her a ram to give her because they want to give her a bunch of gifts because they want to marry her and they want to prove their love. Okay, so if you guys out there have somebody you want to marry, give them some gifts because you're the suitor. All right, the next word is admire. And admire is to have a high opinion of. So maybe you have a teacher that you admire, that you really look up to because you think that they're a really good person. Maybe one of your parents or like an athlete that you admire. You just have a really good opinion of them. You think really highly of them. You admire them. All right, so our next word is dazzling, which means very bright or colorful. So let's take a look at this video of these dazzling fireworks. And if you're in Miss Hepworth's class, you've probably heard the word dazzling all the time. She loves that word. Anytime somebody dresses up or looks pretty, she always says, "Oh my gosh, don't you look so dazzling?" All right, this word is modest. So when you're being modest, you're being humble or not have a very high opinion of yourself. So if a teacher tells you, "Oh my goodness, you are so smart," and you kind of act like this girl right here, where you're like, "No, I'm not," and you sort of brush it off like it's not true, you're being modest. Sometimes it's okay to be modest because you don't want to brag on yourself, but you also want to be proud of yourself and have a really good opinion of yourself and believe in yourself. All right, so the next word is slither, and I actually wasn't going to play this video, but I know how much Miss Fullerton likes snakes. Just kidding, she doesn't at all. So I'm going to show this video. Sorry, Miss Fullerton. And slither is to move by sliding, often in a back and forth motion. So that's pretty creepy crawly, the way that that snake is slithering. So if you notice, his body is going back and forth, he's slithering. Okay, the next word is good riddance, and this one's kind of hard to explain, but basically when you say good riddance, you're glad that something that was giving you a lot of trouble is done. So if we watch this video, I think this video describes good riddance really well. It's a guy, and he has a bunch of papers in his hands. It's probably a bunch of schoolwork that he has worked so hard on. He has a smile on his face, and now he throws it up in the air because he's done with school. This is probably how some of you guys are feeling now that we're approaching the end of the year. So good riddance. You know, all your hard work is over, and now you can relax for the summer. All right, insult. I think a lot of us know what this word means, but it means to say something rude or hurtful to somebody. So when you're bullying somebody, most likely you are insulting them. You're giving them insults, and that is not very nice. All right, the next word is swooped, and I believe this is the last word, but it means you flew down suddenly from above. So there's this really cool video. That's a kite of somebody's playing with a kite on the beach, and it's swinging. Oh my gosh, it looks like it's going to hit the camera. It's swinging down from above, so it's a pretty cool video of a kite. Also, a lot of animals swoop down, and a lot of birds swoop down and get their prey. All right, so as we're reading, these are some things that I want you guys to be thinking about. So what Abuela's motivation is in making a cake for Martina's suitors to try. So what is her motivation? Why does she want Martina to make a cake? What character traits the different suitors possess? So remember, suitors are somebody that wants to marry somebody. And how does the cake influence Martina's decision, or how does it sway her decision one way or the other? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with reading, and please be patient with me because there's a lot of characters and I'm going to have to play all of them, and you really got to be following along reading, otherwise you're going to get lost in who is who. All right, so Martina and the Little Cockroach. So this is actually a Cuban folk tale, which means it's a story that's been passed on from generation to generation, and it is about a beautiful bug, the cockroach, and a cake with special powers. All right. All right, so we have a couple Spanish words and their meanings right here. And so fiesta means party. Abuela means grandmother. Señor is a man. Señorita is miss or a woman. Sí means yes. Loca means crazy. Gracias means thank you. And felicidades means congratulations. All right, so we have scene 1. Beneath a street lamp in Havana, Cuba, lives Martina. She's a beautiful cockroach with pretty green wings. Come join Martina's friends as they prepare for her birthday fiesta. Martina, today you are 200 years old. That means it's time to choose a husband. Surely many handsome creatures will be interested. Here's a new dress for you, and a lovely new party shoes. But Martina's abuela guides her to the kitchen. Martina, you must bake a cake. But abuela, everyone will be here soon. I need to get dressed. Do this first. Make the cake just as I tell you, and offer it to your suitors. That night, the fiesta is in full swing. Everyone admires Martina. Senor Carcol, a colorfully painted snail, inches up to her. Carcol, hi there, I hope my dazzling colors don't blind you. I see you are not modest. Just look at how the crowd admires us. Marry me. Before I decide, senor, please taste the cake I baked. A homemade cake? Never. I only eat from fine bakeries. Senor Carkle slithers away. Good riddance. But Martina, he was so handsome. How could you let him go? He is so in love with himself. He'll have no love left for me. Okay, so we have one suitor who didn't want anything to do with the cake that she baked. He was too obsessed with himself. He was too into himself. So Martina, she got rid of him. Soon, another creature appears by Martina's side. It is Louis, a crab, snapping his claws together. Click, clickety, click. How about a dance, senorita? Si, senor. I love to dance the cha-cha-cha. Martina kicks up all of her heels. Be my wife, and we will dance all day long. First, try some of my cake. Louis takes a bite. This is not cake. It has no coconut, no mango. Senor, you insult my abuela. She taught me how to bake. When we are married, you will cook the food that I like. I can't marry him. He is far too crabby. And that's funny because he's a crab. All right, scene 4. Martina's friends gather around her. Why did you let him go? Are you loca? He seems like such a good dancer. He would never be pleased with anything I did. Martina turns and bumps into Raoul, the bat, who just swooped in. Well, hello there. It's the birthday girl. Hello, would you like some birthday cake? Si, senorita. Then let's marry and fly away. Martina gives him some cake. Blah! This is awful. It belongs in the trash. You are very rude. And you are a very bad cook. Please go away. I would be batty to marry you. Because he's a bat. All right, scene 5. Just then, a small gray mouse bows to Martina. Senorita, you seem very nice. I hope you find your match. Gracias. What's your name? And would you like some cake? Si, my name is Perez, but please try my cake first. Okay. Martina takes a bite. Her face changes as she tries not to gag. Do you like it? I like that you made it and offered it to me. Martina holds out her cake. Will you try mine? Perez nibbles the cake and swallows hard. Thank you. Your cake makes me smile. How did you learn how to make it? My abuela showed me. Ah, I see. Have you tasted it? Martina is confused, but takes a bite. Oh my, this is awful, Perez. Why did it make you smile? Because you are so sweet, even if your cake is not. Martina laughs as Perez bows low. Martina, will you marry me? Martina calls out to her grandmother, Abuela, come meet Perez. Scene 6. Abuela joins Martina and Perez. Guess what? Perez is going to be my husband. Felicidades! Abuela, Martina's cake was meant to be bad, wasn't it? Ah, you're a clever one. It's true. The cake has no sweetness. I left out the sugar. But why? It was a test to show you how these creatures behave. The cake let you see what they are really like. And it showed me how polite and thoughtful Perez is. Exactly. But Perez, why did your cake taste so bad? Was that on purpose too? I have an abuela as well, one just as wise as yours. Soon after, Martina, the little cockroach, and Perez, the mouse, marry. They make their wedding cake together and fill it with all this sweet. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful story. And this is a great lesson to make sure that you're always kind to people. So we're running out of time, but our secret word is going to be cake. Okay, so make sure you guys go ahead and complete the exit ticket and use the story to answer the questions. You guys all know how to access Storyworks, so go into your Storyworks to access your questions. We love you guys and we're so proud of you. Keep up the good work until the end of the year.